begin the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz 2021. Kyunki
खाने में है दम. All right, this is day 2 and we are playing South Zone with the theme immunity.
the immune system is made up of A. Tissues, B. Organs, C. Cells, or D. All of the above.
So I go with cells.
D, it's all of the above, which is the restorative process that plays a critical role in the proper functioning of the immune system. A, sleep, B, exercise, C, food, or D, work.
Yes, food is okay.
A, sleep is actually the restorative process that plays a critical role in the functioning of the immune system. Which of the following will not help children's immune system? A, video games, B, exercising, C, eating healthy foods, or D, regularly washing hands.
Playing video games.
Absolutely correct. That is 10 points to Health Crusaders. Which of the following has immune boosting properties? A, vitamin B6, C, and E, B, vitamin C only, C, antioxidants, or D, flavonoids.
I will go with option yes.
A. The answer is vitamin B6, C, and E. Great, DC champion. Which among the following do you think weakens the immunity system? A. Nicotine, B. Too much exercise, C. Stress, or D. All of the above.
F. A. Nicotine.
The answer is D.
All of the
Guys.
above. All right, we have anemia fighters at 20 points, DC champions at 30 points, calcium warriors at 30 points, immunity boosters at 20 points, health crusaders at 20 points, and we have a winner with us today with Protein Kings at 40 points.
Awesome, Protein King. You've done really well today. We are really happy. You are unopposed champion. There no ties at all, guys. A very good evening to everyone present with us today. A warm welcome to the second edition of the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz. Kyunki khane mein hai dam. We are playing North Zone champions today. We hope that you all are doing really great, enjoying your studies, eating healthy, and staying safe at your home and taking necessary precautions for COVID-19 as well. I am Princey.
And I am Satvik, your quiz masters for the day. On the occasion of the World Nutrition Week and Poshan Ma observed by Government of India to create awareness for good food and nutrition food in India, the Integrated Health and Wellbeing Council has initiated a mega movement, Bharat Nutrition Week, a week-long good food and healthy eating advocacy and awareness campaign with an insightful session in the Good Morning and a good food talk show with influencers and food and nutrition experts. Daily, we are interacting with many good food influencers to get Healthy Khayega India show with top chefs to know healthy cooking tips and techniques. And obviously the largest virtual Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz for our next generation.
As a part of this mega movement, we once again welcome you all to the second edition of the India's biggest virtual quiz on nutrition, the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz, presented by Shapat 1000 Days, a mission dedicated to the first 1000 days of a pregnant woman and infant. Constituted and organized by the Integrated Health and Wellbeing Council, supported by the Artist for Her, Teamwork Communications, and ISW.TV. Our special thanks to Dr. Hema Divakar, founder and CEO, Asian Research and Training Institute for Skill Transfer, FOGSI Ambassador to the International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics, and APEX board members, the ISW Council, for her wholehearted support to the entire initiative. And special thanks to her team for the overall support to the initiative. We trust that all students know the guidelines and the rules to play the second edition of the India's largest online Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz.
Okay, to make it easy, what we'll do is we would once again like to take you through the format of the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz. So this is the national level largest virtual quiz on good food and nutrition awareness. Students from all over India are representing 4 zones: East, West, North, and South. And there is the 5th team representing the central zone. Each zone will have 6 teams. The quiz will take place through 6 days. Each day has a theme of its own. This obviously is the 3rd day of the quiz. There are 6 teams with 3 students in each team. Here are our most awaited teams: Calcium Warriors,
DC champions,
Anemia Fighters,
immunity boosters,
Protein Kings.
and health crusaders.
3 students from each team will get to play every day. So a total of 18 students will be participating in the quiz on any particular day. Students will keep on shuffling so that everyone gets to play the exciting game. The teams that score the highest will get to the final and the 6th day. The 5 days winner will be competing in the grand finale on 6th September. In case of a tiebreak, Princey, what do? In case of a tiebreak between 2 or more teams, we will attempt just one extra question to qualify the winner of the day. If in that case the teams are still in a tiebreak, we will randomly select one team to play the final 6th day, and 3 random players will be selected from these teams to be a part of the selected team to play the final. Now, coming to the questions and scoring.
Okay. There will be 4 rounds today. Each team will be asked 1 question per round. 10 points for a correct answer and no negative marking. The time limit for answering the question will be 30 seconds. Each team will be asked 4 total questions today, and they will be scored out of 40 at the end of the day. Our team will keep the time, score, and monitor the quiz. That was for the participants, but what about the audience, Satvik?
After every round, Princey, we will throw a question to the audience, and one lucky audience member with the correct answer will get a reward.
Let's make it more exciting and just say a question for the audience.
All right, audience, there will be one question for you. Let's see if you can answer it.
Awesome. Before starting today's quiz, I would like to introduce the leader of the North Zone team, Dr. Archana Verma, Vice President, Fogsai. And also, I request her to introduce her team members with a contribution to the quiz. Dr. Archana Verma, can you please introduce your team members? Okay, I think Dr. Archana Verma.
Satvik, I think so. Yeah, Satvik, I think so. She is having some connectivity problems. Yeah.
That's absolutely okay.
Yeah, on her behalf, I want to wish all the best to her and to her whole team. And thanks a lot, Dr. Archana Verma, for getting this team, and Dr. Shaila Jamal, who has organized the whole team also. Thanks a lot, and all the best, all of them. Please, yeah, you can continue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is so exciting, Princey. I can barely wait to start.
Me too.
Yeah.
It will be a test of our next generation. Test of our food practices, test of habits, and a test of knowledge of nutrition. So what are we waiting for? Let's begin the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz 2021. Kyunki,
All right, Princey. Let's start. This is J3. We are playing North Zone with the theme Vitamin D and C and minerals. All right. Let us begin our quiz for day 1. All right. Are all team members ready? Let's start with the round 1.
Guys, are you ready? Should we begin with the round 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The first question for round 1 is for Calcium Warriors. Calcium Warriors, can you unmute yourselves? Can you show us your faces and say hi?
Calcium Warriors, please unmute yourselves and show us your faces and say hi.
Yes, 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see me?
All right.
Yes. Great.
Okay, let's have the first question for the round 1 for Calcium Warriors, Princey. All right, Calcium Warriors, here is your first question.
Vitamin C is also known as A, acetic acid, B, citric acid, C, nitric acid, or D, ascorbic acid.
And your time starts now.
I think it's citric acid.
I think we'll go with the D part.
It's citric acid.
Okay, are we working on B then?
No, it's B part.
Okay, B, citric acid.
D,
Princey,
please secure the D part. D.
10 seconds left, guys. Come to a conclusion.
Sirat, I think it's citric only.
Okay.
All right, locking on B, Princey. And can we see the answer to the question?
Let's see the answer to that question, Satvik.
And the answer to this question is The answer is D, ascorbic acid. It's not citric acid. All right.
It's also known as ascorbic acid. That is not citric acid. But
Oh.
that's okay. Buckle up.
All right. The next question is for DC champions. DC champions, unmute yourselves. Say hi. Are you here? Are you ready for your question?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Hi.
All right. DC champions. All right, DC champions. Here is the question for you. What is true about vitamin C? A, soluble vitamin. B, water soluble vitamin. C, can be stored in body.
The water soluble. B part.
All right, they're pretty confident. Should we lock it?
Should we lock it, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see the answer to that question, Satvik.
And the answer to this question is absolutely correct. It's a
water soluble vitamin.
All right, 10 points to you, DC champion.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Now, can we have anemia fighters here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anemia fighters, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here is the question for anemia fighters.
What is the source of vitamin C? A, whole grains. B, meat. C, dairy products. Or D, fresh fruits and vegetables. And your time starts now.
You're on mute, anemia fighters. We can't hear you.
D, fresh fruits and vegetables. I will go with D.
Should we lock that?
Yeah.
Okay, Princey, let's log D and see what's the answer. And the answer to this question is absolutely correct. The answer is fresh fruits and vegetables. You get 10 points, anemia fighters. Woo-hoo! Good going.
Awesome, guys.
All right, the next question is for which team, Princey?
Immunity boosters.
Here's your question. Immunity boosters, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Immunity boosters. Awesome. Let's see the question for immunity boosters.
Here is your question.
Function of vitamin C is A, formation of collagen. B, neural function. C, protein metabolism. Or D, hormone synthesis. Your time starts now.
Immunity boosters, you can unmute yourselves and discuss amongst yourselves the answer. Ten seconds left, guys.
Answer good.
It's a formation of collagen. A.
All
Okay,
right,
let's
locking
lock
that.
it.
All right, the answer to this question is correct. It is formation of collagen. That is the function of vitamin C. Absolutely correct. Immunity boosters, that is 10 points for you. Whew. And then
Thank you.
Protein king. Guys, protein kings, are you ready for your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Protein kings, are you ready for the question of the first round?
Can you unmute yourself, say hi, show us your video so that we can see you, we can see you're ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have protein kings here?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
all
see
right.
the question
Yes.
for protein kings.
Question for protein kings is, vitamin C increases absorption of A, magnesium, B, zinc, C, vitamin B, or D, iron. And your time starts now.
We can't see the presentation.
Everyone. All right, I think we're back in the game. Do we have protein kings with us?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the answer to that question?
It's D, iron.
Iron.
Okay, let's lock iron and see if that's the correct answer,
And the
Satvik.
answer to this question is absolutely correct. It is D, iron. That is the right question. That is 10
Awesome.
points to protein kings.
Protein king, that's amazing.
Ooh.
So the next question is for Satvik.
The last question of round 1 is for Health Crusaders. Health Crusaders, are you here?
Yeah, we're here.
All right,
Yes.
great. Health Crusaders, your question is, disease caused by deficiency of vitamin C is A, scurvy, B, anemia, C,
It's scurvy.
It's curvy.
they're pretty confident. Should we lock it?
They seem pretty confident, guys. Should we lock it?
Yes.
The answer is curvy, guys. That's Awesome. You
Yeah.
get 10 points in this round.
Okay, that was the end of round one, Princey. I'm excited for this team. Okay, Shivani, can we have the scores of the end of round one?
So Anemia Fighter, DC Champions, Immunity Booster, Health Crusader, Protein Kings are at 10. Calcium Warriors is yet to score.
All right, Calcium Warriors is yet to score. Buckle up, guys. Let's go to the round two. Are you ready for round two, Princey?
I am ready for round 2.
Okay, all right. Going to round two. The first question of the round two for the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz, day 3, is for Calcium Warriors. Calcium Warriors, are you here? Ready for your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa, let's see the question for Calcium Warriors. Symptoms of vitamin C deficiency are A. Gum bleeding, poor healing of wounds, B. Blindness, C. Diarrhea, or D. Vomiting. Your time starts now.
I think it's gum bleeding.
Okay.
Guys, should we lock gum bleeding?
No, actually,
10 seconds left, Calcium Warriors.
Lock on something.
yes, please secure gum bleeding.
Okay, let's lock on A and see if that's the answer, Satvik. It's absolutely correct.
10 points to Calcium Warriors. Absolutely correct. Calcium Warriors, they are making a comeback in the game, Princey.
I love that.
All right, 10 points to you, Calcium Warriors. Moving on, DC Champions, are you ready for the first question of round 2? Are you ready for it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
see the question for DC Champions.
Here is your question. Who is most likely to develop scurvy? A. A pregnant woman. B. A malnourished child. C. A long-time alcoholic. Or D. A person who does not eat meat, fish, and dairy products. And your time starts now, DC Champion.
Long time ago.
So it should be B, malnourished child.
Lock on-
We need
Lock on something, guys. 5 seconds left.
D, a malnourished.
Malnourished.
All right, locking on B, Princey. And the answer is a long-time alcoholic. Is likely to develop scurvy. That was the wrong answer. That is okay. That is okay. You have got plenty of time to catch up. All right, Anemia Fighters. The next question is for you. Are you ready, Anemia Fighters?
Yes, sir.
All
Awesome.
right. Here
Let's
is-
see the question for you guys. No, not true about vitamin C is A, stored in body, B, helps heal cuts and bruises, or C, needs to be taken every day, or D, none of the above. Your time starts now.
It will be, I guess, A.
Are you confident? Are we locking on A?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Princey, locking on A. Let's see if that's the answer. Absolutely correct. A is the answer to the question. Vitamin C is not stored in body, as we discussed. It is a water-soluble vitamin. That is correct.
Beautiful, guys. Doing really good.
10 points to Anemia Fighters. All right, Immunity Boosters, are you ready to catch up in the game?
Immunity boosters, are you ready for your question? Unmute yourself, guys.
Yes.
Woo, okay.
All right.
The next question for immunity boosters is
Vitamin C helps maintenance and repair of collagen, which A forms the base for all connective tissue, B aids in digestive process, C promotes good eyesight, or D prevents PMS symptoms. And your time starts now, Immunity Boosters. Ten seconds left, Immunity Boosters.
I think it's A, forms a base for all connective tissue.
let's see if that's the answer, Satvik.
Oh, you got it close. Absolutely correct. It is clay. It forms the base for all connective tissue. That is the function of collagen. Whew. All right, Prince, I was close. But again, 10 points to you, Immunity Boosters.
Awesome, guys. Doing really well.
All right, the next question is for which team, Princey?
It's for Protein King.
Protein Kings, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, here is your question.
Match the following: A, sun; B, carrot; C, milk; D, orange, to either calcium or vitamin D or vitamin C or vitamin A.
Your time
The time
starts
starts
now.
now.
Sun is vitamin D. Carrot vitamin A, milk calcium, orange vitamin C.
All right, let's see if that's the correct answer, Princey. Sun is vitamin D, carrot vitamin A, orange vitamin C, and milk calcium. Absolutely correct. That is 10 points to the Protein Kings. Brilliant answer, Protein Kings. All right. The last question for round 2 is for Health Crusaders. Health Crusaders, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Here is your question. Which is false about vitamin C? A, it's an antioxidant. B, it's a strong reducing agent. C, can be synthesized in body. Or D, it reduces to the formation of collagen. And your time
It's
starts
C,
now.
can be synthesized in body. It's option C.
Are you sure? Should we lock on C?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
The answer to this question is absolutely correct. It is not synthesized in the body. That is 10 points to Health Crusaders.
Woo!
Whew. The round 2 was exciting as well. I think all the teams are doing great.
I'm really proud of you guys. You guys know so much about nutrition and taking so much information for throughout your life. I'm learning so much, Satvik. Are you learning so
I'm
much?
learning something every day, Princey.
I'm surprised how much these people know.
All right, back to the competition. Hemani, where are we with the scores?
Anemia fighters, immunity boosters, health crusader, protein kings are at 20. DC champions and calcium warriors are at 10.
All right, all right. The competition is getting tougher by the round. Okay, now moving on to the third round of the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz, Day 3. Are you ready for the round 3, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, Calcium Warriors.
The first question for round 3 is for Calcium Warriors. Calcium Warriors, are you ready for the third round?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Satvik, let's see the first question for third round for Calcium Warriors. Citrus fruits, gooseberry, and guava are rich in A, vitamin C; B, proteins; C, carbohydrates; or D, calcium. Your time starts now.
I think it's vitamin C, part A.
Yes, ma'am.
Should we lock on A?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, locking on Ray, Princey. Absolutely correct. The answer is vitamin C. Citrus fruits are indeed rich in vitamin C. 10 points to you, Calcium Warriors. All right, all right. Buckle up. DC champions, are you ready for your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Here is your question. Vitamin C helps keep the dash strong, which helps us to fight off the infections. Fill in the blanks. A, immune system. B, brain and nervous system. C, circulatory system. Or D, muscular.
It's immune system.
Immune system.
Should we log on A?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Locking on A. Absolutely correct. The answer is immune system. Vitamin C does help keep the immune system strong. All right, Princey, the competition is getting tougher. Anemia fighters, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Let's see the next question for anemia fighters. True about vitamin C is A, it's stored in liver; B, it is stored in bones and teeth; C, it is excreted in stool; or D, it's excreted in urine. Your time starts now.
It will be D, I guess.
Should we lock on D?
10 seconds left. All right, locking on D then.
Yeah,
Princey.
it's D.
Absolutely correct.
Correct, guys. Answer is D. It's water soluble, so it's excreted in urine.
And that means what? That means 10 points to anemia fighters. Congratulations, anemia fighters. Moving on to the immunity boosters.
Awesome, Satvik. Let's see the next question for immunity boosters. Immunity boosters, are you ready? Okay, let's see the next question for immunity boosters.
Milk is rich in all except A, vitamin C, B, calcium, C, protein, or D, vitamin D. And your time starts now, immunity boosters.
10 seconds left, guys. Lock on something. Unmute yourself.
A. Option A.
Okay.
All right,
Should
locking
we
on.
lock on A?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the answer, Karthik.
Yes.
Absolutely correct. Milk is rich in calcium, it's rich in protein and vitamin D, but it is not indeed rich in vitamin C. That means 10 points to you, Protein Kings.
Awesome.
Immunity booster, I'm so sorry. 10 points to immunity booster. Protein Kings is the next. Yes.
Protein Kings, are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the next question for Protein Kings.
Here is your question.
Match the following: A. Night blindness. B. Scurvy. C. Rickets. D. Beriberi. To A. To vitamin C or vitamin D, vitamin B or vitamin A. Your time starts now.
Night blindness, vitamin A, scurvy, vitamin C, rickets, vitamin D, beriberi, vitamin B.
All right, and the answer to this question is night blindness, vitamin A, scurvy, vitamin C, rickets, vitamin D, and beriberi is indeed vitamin C.
Awesome.
Another brilliant job by Protein Kings once again. They're back in the game. 10 points to you, Protein Kings.
Doing really good, Protein King.
Great. All right. Now going to the Health Crusaders for the last question of round 3. Health Crusaders, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Great.
Here
Let's
is
see
your
the
question.
next question for Health Crusaders.
Vitamin C may A, give you energy, B, prevent cold, C, prevent cancer, or D, cause poisoning. Your time starts now.
I think it's B, prevent cold.
Should we lock on B?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right, locking on B. It is B, it prevents cold. Vitamin C does prevent cold. That is 10 points to Health Crusaders. And that was the end of round 3 by Calcium Warriors, DC Champions, Anemia Fighters, Immunity Boosters, Protein Kings, and Health Crusaders. Everyone is doing so well, Princey. And we have to go to the last round now. Are you excited, Princey?
I am excited. But before that, Himanshu, can you please tell us the scores?
Yeah. So Anemia Fighters, Immunity Booster, Health Crusader, and Protein Kings are at 30. DC Champions and Calcium Warriors are at 20. Also, I request all the students to please switch on their cameras before they answer the questions. If you don't switch on the cameras, we'll just disqualify.
Yes. All the team members are requested to please unmute them. When we call out the team's name to ask the next question, you are requested to unmute yourself and switch on your camera so that we can see your faces. If team members do not show their faces or switch on their cameras, we will be sorry, but we will have to disqualify you.
Yes. All right. Moving on to the round 4 of the third day of the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz. And I'm so excited, Princey. Let's move on right ahead to round 4. The first question for the final round for day 3 is for Calcium Warriors. Calcium Warriors, are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Please switch on your cameras.
All right. Here is your question, Calcium Warriors. Important vitamin in healing of wound is A, vitamin A, B, vitamin D, C, vitamin C, or D, vitamin B. And your time starts now.
Can all of you please switch on?
Go with vitamin C. I think it's vitamin C.
Okay.
All right. And the answer to this question is it's absolutely correct. The option is option C, vitamin C. 10 points to the final round, Calcium Warriors to you. All right. Congratulations.
Excuse me, sir. Should we keep our cameras on or should we switch it off now?
You can
Switch it off after your question is done.
All right, DC Champions, unmute yourselves. Show us your faces because it is the last round, last question. Are you ready for your last question, DC Champions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here is your question.
Cheese and eggs are the source of A, vitamin C and A, B, vitamin A and D, C, vitamin C and D, and D, vitamin B and C. Your time starts now.
B and D. B and D तो है ही नहीं. B and D.
10 seconds left, guys.
B and C. B and C. B and C.
Lock on D then.
B and
It's
C.
B and C.
Okay, locking on
Option D.
B and C. That was the incorrect answer. The right answer is
Vitamin A and D. Guys, you can mute yourselves again. You do not get 10 points in this round, but at least you all got to learn something.
all right. The next question, the final question for this round is for anemia fighters. Anemia fighters, are you ready for your final question?
Please unmute yourselves, show us your faces. Okay, awesome.
All
Let's
right.
see the next question for
Anemia fighters. Here is your question. Which of the following works with calcium to build strong bones? A, vitamin D, B, vitamin C, C, phosphorus, or D, iron? And your time starts now, anemia fighters.
I guess it will be C, phosphorus.
Okay.
Should we lock on phosphorus?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, locking on phosphorus then. It is A, it's vitamin D. Vitamin D works with calcium to build strong bones. All right, that's okay, that's okay. Moving on to the next question, that is for immunity boosters.
Immunity boosters, are you ready for the question?
Are you ready for your question, immunity boosters? We didn't hear you.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Switch
all
on
right.
your cameras, have you?
All right, we can see the immunity boosters. Let's have that question. And the question for immunity boosters, the final question is,
which of the following is essential for preventing dental caries? A, fluorine, B, iodine, C, vitamin C and D, or D, zinc? Your time starts now.
कभी टाइम में मुझे सीओडी लग रहा है जल्दी कर मुझे भी सीओडी मुझे फ्लोरीन भी लग रहा है ठीक है तो ये मैं आपके में कैसे आ रही हूँ
can we have the answer to this question, team? Immunity boosters? 10 seconds left.
essential for preventing
Fluorine.
All right, locking on fluorine then, Avi. And the answer to this question is absolutely correct. That is 10 points to you, immunity booster. The answer to this question is fluorine. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Now we have just 2 more questions left and 2 more teams left. Protein Kings, are you ready for the final question?
Yes.
Yes.
Please switch on your camera and unmute yourself. Awesome. Let's see the next question for Protein Kings.
Which one of the following mineral elements is required for muscle contraction? A, calcium, B, vitamin D, C, sodium, or D, zinc? And your time starts now, Protein Kings.
Calcium.
Are you confident? Do you want to
A,
lock
calcium.
Okay, let's see. We are locking on calcium, right?
Yes.
And the correct answer is indeed calcium. It is the following mineral that is required for muscle contraction. 10 points to Protein King. So keeping up in the game. All right, everyone has done so well, but we have come to the final question of round 4 of day 3 for the quiz. And the last question is indeed for Health Crusaders. Health Crusaders, can you unmute yourselves and show us your faces?
Am I visible?
No, you're not.
Is it visible now?
It's still not. We can't see your video. Anyone else in the Health Crusaders who can switch on their videos?
Yes, sir. Am I
All right, great. Okay, let's ask the last question to Health Crusaders. Here is your question.
A person suffering from high blood pressure should avoid foods which are rich in A. Iodine, B. Sodium, C. Vitamin C, or D. Iron.
Sodium B.
Very confident again, Princey. Say sodium. Should we lock on sodium then?
Yes.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
lock
lock
on
it.
sodium.
And the
That's
correct
perfect.
answer is sodium. 10 points to you, Health Crusaders. Oh, every team has done so well. I think we might be into a tie break, Princey. Himani, can we have the scores for the highest scoring teams?
Yes, so immunity boosters, Health Crusader, and Protein Kings are at 40. And immunity boosters and calcium warriors at 30. DC champions at 20.
All right. So anemia fighters, protein kings, and health crusaders are the highest scoring teams, Himani?
Right.
All right. Anemia fighters, protein kings, and health crusaders. Now listen carefully. We have a tie break right now. And for the tie break, I will ask one question to each of the teams. All right. And let's see which team gets them right. Are you ready, Princey?
What happens if it's still a tie?
If it's still a tie, then we will randomly select one team to participate on the 6th day of the grand finale.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Immunity booster has scored. I have answered all the questions. So why we are not on top? I want to ask.
Himani, can you please see the scores again and please let us know again?
I'll share my screen. Wait.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Can you read the scores, Princey?
So, Satvik, it is the immunity boosters, health crusaders, and protein kings who are fighting for a title.
All right.
Great immunity boosters, you are in the game. Health crusaders, you are too, and protein kings, you should be ready for the question that we are going to hit you with.
1 second. Let's see where we are with the tiebreak, Princey. All right. We have 3 more questions for the teams.
Great.
All right. Let's get to the technical part.
So the first question for the tiebreak is for the immunity boosters. Are you guys ready for your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Please switch on your cameras. Okay, let's see the question for you guys.
All right. The question for immunity boosters is, which one among the following elements or ions is essential in small quantities for development of healthy teeth but causes mottling of the teeth if consumed in higher quantities? A. Vitamin D and C. B. Chloride. C. Fluoride. D. Potassium. The time starts now.
Healthy teeth, but cause mottling of teeth if consumed in higher quantities. DMC, chloride, potassium, chloride. Right. But जल्दी फ्लोराइड आंसर कर मेरा डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया फ्लोराइड आंसर कर
C. Fluoride.
Okay.
Right.
Are we locking on fluoride? C?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if that's the correct answer.
Locking on fluoride, and the answer is it's the wrong answer. The answer is B. Chloride. All right, that's okay. All right, moving on. The final question for Protein Kings. Protein Kings, are you ready for your question? The final question.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
switch on your cameras, guys.
Can you see the Protein Kings? Okay, we can see the Protein Kings. Protein Kings, here is your question.
Washing of peeled vegetables removes which vitamin? A. Vitamin E, B. Vitamin D, C. Vitamin C, or D. Vitamin D. Your time starts now.
I think it should be vitamin B.
Okay.
Which option should we lock on?
Vitamin C.
All right, locking on D option then.
C actually.
Okay.
Option C, vitamin C. Okay, locking on C. And the answer to this question is, it is absolutely correct. The answer to this question is vitamin C, option C. 10 points to Protein King. They're still in the game, Princey. Okay, all right. Moving on. Health Crusaders, are you ready for the final question of the quiz of the tiebreak?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Here is your question, Health Crusaders. Which of the following metal is a constituent of vitamin B12? A. Iron, B. Magnesium, C. Zinc, or D. Cobalt? And your time starts now.
Cobalt. It's cobalt.
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 All right, they're pretty confident, Princey. Again, they're confident. Let's see if the answer is right. And the answer to this question is
Yes,
absolutely
Cobalt.
correct. We have again yet a tiebreak between Protein Kings and Health Crusaders. All right, there's only one way we can resolve this, Princey. By the end of the quiz today, our team will draw a lucky draw, and the team's name that comes up will be participating in the grand finale on the 6th day. Ooh, today was a rush, Princey. We had another tiebreak today amongst us.
I loved it, Satvik. I love that all these students know so much about food, and it's amazing.
All right, I'm sure I learned a lot, Princey. I learned a lot.
Great. Guys, it was great having you here. It was great being at the third day of the quiz. Still 3 days to go, 3 days in, and I can't be more excited than I am. We will see you tomorrow on the day 4 of the quiz.
Of the Bharat Poshan Premier Quiz. Kyunki, खाने में है दम. All right, this was me and Princey. We are signing off. Thank you so much.